Have you ever been part of a team? You know, in reality, I was never really an athlete. You know, there was always the ones out there that were playing and they were the starters, and while I was regulated mostly to the sidelines. And see, as we come today in chapter 4 of Romans, we're going to see that Paul is going to be addressing the Jews who thought they were the starters and the Gentiles were sitting on the bench. You see, they didn't believe that they were really followers of Christ because they didn't go through all the acts of circumcision and all the other things that the Jews held up to be equivalent to being followers of Christ. And so Paul today in chapter 4, he's going to be talking about Abraham, the father of the nation. He was the father of all the Jews. And Paul says this in chapter 4. He says, "What then shall we say that Abraham, our forefather, discovered in this matter? If in fact Abraham was justified by works, he had something to boast about, but not before God. What does the scripture say? Abraham believed God, and it was credited him as righteousness." Paul is going to say, listen, it doesn't matter whether you're on the bench or a starter, you're on the team. And Paul says it's not because you're the starter that you're on the team, it's because you made the team. And we make the team whenever we accept Jesus Christ and trust in Him, not by our works, but by our faith. I'll see you tomorrow.